I don't dig deep into political stuff. I have one of my friends he's an environmentalist, which is cool, but he's always complaining. He's like, the polar bears have feelings too. The polar bears are just like people. When the ice caps melt, where are the polar bears gonna go? I'm like, dude, come on. If bears are just like people, I'm sure the polar bears will be okay. Right? Well, no, because I figured they would just take land from the grizzly bears. Have the black bears do all the work. And have the panda bears build them railroads. That's not racist, just it's a bear joke. There's no bears here. You can laugh. It's a hypothetical situation where bears make a country. Call it America. What more do you want? We can elect a half polar bear, half black bear president, right? Obama, right, guys? Come on.
All right, how we doing? I'm Joe Corzo. I'm here with Sammy Obeid, the Sammy Obeid. I'm actually, he's actually, yeah, the Sammy Obeid, the one and only.
Definitely.
But yeah, what we got going on, he's actually doing 1,000 Days of Comedy. It's actually really inspiring, man, especially for you comics out there. And for anybody that's really interested in seeing somebody on the rise, he actually has a blog out right now online at sammyko.com. Check that out. I've been actually following that for a little bit. And what we got going on here is I'm actually ask him a few questions, things I feel you guys would be interested in. Definitely what I've been interested in because it took me a whole day to come up with all these 27 questions. But yeah, I'm happy for this to be happening, and we'll let these questions flow. We're gonna start off with this, simple, what's your name, and then we're gonna lead it into the 1,000 Days of Comedy. So you guys stay tuned. Here it is. All right, Sammy. Your full name, sir.
Sammy Kamal Obeid.
Kamal?
Yeah, it's my dad's name.
Oh, right on. How do you spell Kamal?
K-A-M-A-L.
K-A-M-A-L.
It's like Jamal.
It's like Jamal. Okay. Right on. Where are you from, sir, originally?
I'm from a state of mind. No, I'm just kidding, man. I was born in Oakland.
Born in Oakland?
Yeah, I was born in Oakland. I was raised in Berkeley and Fremont.
Perfect.
East Bay, 510, my whole life.
Are you currently in Berkeley right now?
No. I moved to Los Angeles.
There we go.
Yeah,
City
yeah.
of
So I died.
You said I died.
It's got real right there. Can we do that again?
Yeah.
I moved to Los Angeles, so I died. So it gets funnier the second time, right? So I grew up in the fight. I lived there my whole life. Moved to LA 2 years ago.
Nice.
Yep.
All right. How long have you been doing comedy, sir?
Been doing comedy for about a little over 6 years. They say six is the year where people really like to watch little videos made about you.
There it is. I like it. What do you get out of doing comedy, according to you? Interpret it any way you want.
What do I get personally?
Yeah.
I find it fulfilling to create something and have people be like, that is, I wish I thought of that. Or just something like, I can relate to that, and he said it. Some people do this via conversation. I prefer to have a bunch of people noticing that at the same. Everything we do in comedy can be done in conversation.
Definitely.
But it's kind of an efficiency thing. I can have 50 to 100 to 200 people appreciate it at one time, whereas in conversation you just have one.
Yeah.
One lowly person.
That's a recognition.
Get out of here.
There we go. So, what separates you from the other comics that you feel?
The walls of my house. I think that I'm different in that I
I do a lot of kind of very logical but like kind of intelligent. I use a lot of like textbook references, but it's smart enough so that most people can get it. But I think what makes me different, I guess, is that I will perform for any kind of crowd, and there's a lot of comedians will focus on kind of a niche, and they'll become very successful because of that. But what I did is I spread myself out so that I can have moderate success in the different categories of people. Plus, I'm Lebanese.
There we go. How'd your family and friends feel about you doing stand-up?
They tried to stop me.
They tried to stop you?
No, my family was always very supportive. My family was always super cool about it. My friends were like, "Oh yeah, we'll come see you," and they either, if I sucked in the beginning, they either said, "Oh yeah, you're great," or they just said nothing. But nobody was like, "Man, you shouldn't be a comedian. What are you doing? Wasting your time." Everybody was cool about it. The only person who gave me shit about it was myself.
There we go. What is your... No, that's not the question. According to you, who is your favorite comedian? Dead or alive?
Other than Joe Corzo?
Joe Corzo. Hey.
I think have you heard of Kabizi? I think, I don't know. I mean, I would say that, like, when I was 15 and I saw Chris Rock's Bigger and Blacker, I was like, wow, comedy is really something special.
Yeah.
And so I will always remember that watching that special and making something special. I still like Chris Rock. Bigger and Blacker.
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
It was special because he hit all these contemporary points that were 1999 was a year where a lot of interesting things were going on in the news, and he hit the nail on the head with so many things, and I was like, that's really, really cool that he did that.
$1,000 bullet.
Yeah, all those things, and so I guess that was a very influential point. But like since then, I don't really idolize many comedians, so I'm just kind of all over the place. Yeah, so Joe Corzo.
I'm just kidding. All right. According to you, what elements are essential to a great comedic performance?
What elements are essential to a great comedic performance? I mean, it can, laughter can come from so many people. Some people are very dry and very funny. Some people are very animated and very funny. I guess as long as you're showing us, personally, I just like to see something really original or shameless. It's kind of hard to describe, but I laugh at really, really good comedy and really, really bad comedy. So if you can do either of those things, you're bringing a good comedic performance. But it's like you have to go one extreme. You have to be
energy, regardless of whatever it is.
Yeah. You're putting your thought into something, I guess.
I don't know.
And sex jokes don't hurt either.
Who are the performers that have influenced you the most? It's kind of different than...
Performers?
Yeah. So it could be not necessarily comedian, it could be actor, or it could be musician, it could be a stripper that you saw possibly.
Yeah. I am like the... No, I don't know. I was trying to think of an analogy. I'm like the R. Kelly of comedy. It's like, nothing's gonna...
Pissing and shitting on everybody.
Yeah, it's not gonna go... I mean, I've been inspired by all sorts of artists. Like Tupac was very influential, but he died at 25.
But still accomplished so much.
I was like a year into comedy. So after that point, I was like, I probably shouldn't compare myself to Tupac. But then again, I mean, who knows? When he was 29, maybe he might have fallen off. I don't know. But bless him. But I don't know. It's hard to say. Performers. I once went to a show in San Francisco. There's this guy Henry Rollins who used to do music, and now he's a spoken word performer. And I was blown away by his performance. But other than that, like, politicians are fun.
Okay.
Clowns.
Yeah. What is your greatest weakness? Is a good one.
My greatest weakness is that I'm too nice. Too nice to most people. So I'm at a show and people are being very rude and disruptive. I'll try and find a nice way of dealing with it, which won't always be effective. So sometimes in comedy, if a comedian's like, fuck you to the crowd, he gets a big cheer, but I can't do that.
Yeah.
I'm not capable of doing that.
That's good. According to you, what is stand-up comedy?
Stand-up comedy is a mistake. No, stand-up comedy is this thing that people do when somebody convinces them to go to a show. I know stand-up comedy as a guy with a microphone, or a girl, or a transgender, making jokes that were pre-thought out at home, or they're riffing, but like they've done this before. It's very premeditated. It's premeditated stuff. People go ha ha ha, ha, and laughter, happiness is brought, and then the comedian comes off stage like, "I fucking killed it, man! I fucking killed it."
And it's stand-up comedy right
And then
there.
it goes to their hotel room and it's like, "Oh no, I'm so sad."
There it is.
That's stand-up comedy.
That is stand-up comedy. It gets real, people. Real fast.
Pour some out for them.
Definitely. For the ones that killed,
The ones that killed tonight.
and for the ones that died. What is your style of comedy, if you believe in style? Unlike Bruce Lee, who doesn't believe in style.
My style of comedy is whatever I come up with and gets a laugh, I'm keeping it.
Nice.
I tend to favor like wordplay and like very logically based humor. I do a lot of racial humor if I think it's like expressing a new kind of idea. Do a lot of analogies.
Yeah.
Do a lot of linguistic analysis. Things that you can find in school. Pretty much.
He makes smart funny.
Yeah. Let's go back to college, y'all.
So what inspired you to become a comic? Or a comedian? Or
I don't know if I was inspired or I was kind of just dared to do it. Kind of somebody said you should. Some people said that you should do it, so I did it. I tried.
kind of like most comics. But
Yeah.
Not everybody actually pursues it.
Yeah, I never sat at home and be like, oh my god, I want to be a comedian.
How's it going? Do you have a ritual before your performance?
Not
you pick up
really.
something.
Not really. I like to make sure my hands and face are clean.
Hygienic?
Yeah, I
Coming.
like to be like hygienically sound. Sometimes I like to have a set list written out, just to know. And I like to feel like I'm kind of like loosened up.
Hear that, ladies?
Loosened up.
Loosen them up.
Loosen them up.
Get the funny out of them.
Yeah.
Do you think comedic abilities are something someone either has or doesn't, or can it be learned?
I think it's both. I think there's a natural element to comedy that, like, you should be a comedian if you have that natural element, and if you don't, it's going to be really, really hard. You're kind of just, you could be doing something else probably. But that said, I think anybody can be funny if they work hard.
Like that. All right, now to the good stuff. 1,000 Days of Comedy.
Yeah!
How did the 1,000 Days of Comedy begin, sir?
Well, it just started as a thing. I said I'm going to do as many days I can in a row, and then it became 365. Then I made it to 365, and some guy was like, hey, some guy did it 2 years once. So I was like, I got to beat 2 years. So I beat 2 years, and I'm like, I'm going to go to 1,000.
Talk about going as far as you can see. When you get there, you'll see
Yeah.
further, man. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's like when you work out and like you know you're gonna do 12 reps, but you just tell yourself like, oh, I'm just gonna do 6. And you
Yeah.
get to 6, like, oh, That's for you, the gym homies.
All right. What have been some benefits in pursuing such a goal?
The benefits have been a lot of people know about it, and they want to support it. They want to put me on their shows. So I built kind of a reputation off of being a hard worker and the guy who's done. I mean, I will. That's my thing.
Cheers to that.
I'm the guy who's, doing 1,000 days of comedy in a row. So what I did is I took something that a lot of people do, which is work hard, and I just strung it together and put a quantified number to it. It's the same thing like they tell you when you're giving a speech or when you're trying to convince something. You say like, I helped out a lot of people versus I helped out 364 people. You give a number, a specific number, people are like, whoa, that's a number.
That is a number.
So that's what I did.
And we're actually in the age of numbers.
We're in the
how
age
many
of
likes or how many followers or how many. It's a lot of numbers going on.
Yeah.
That's good, man. What are some challenges in pursuing such a goal?
Challenges include not having free time, not having a social life, losing friends, and
We could call it delayed gratification.
delayed gratification. Yeah, it basically complicates things a lot. I mean, it can be stressful too, trying to make sure you have a place to perform every night.
Yeah. Yeah, that's amazing. That you've been able to do that.
Yeah.
'Cause you have to get out of your comfort zone, obviously.
Yeah.
Like by asking somebody, like, oh, you know what? Today is the day I need to get on stage. And I need to figure that out. So you start making these calls, and with the social media you have now, you're able to.
Yeah.
And now people are down to support it. So that's good, man. I like that.
We did it.
There it is. Most memorable show or event within 1,000 days. Within the 1,000 days of comedy. I know there's a lot of them.
Oh God, I can't. I mean, there's been so many. I mean, there was the time that I was punched by an Irish guy in a bar.
I read that on your Facebook.
That happened. There was the time I opened for Louis C.K.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's the punchline, right?
Yeah. The time that Dave Chappelle opened for me and pronounced my name correctly.
Ooh.
There was the time I was on America's Got Talent and Howard Stern said that I chose the right career. That might have been the most memorable.
That's big.
And then there was like some time that I bombed last week. It's sticking out of my mind pretty hard.
Yeah. You know what happened?
Yeah.
But to go back on that last thing, the last question we talked about on the challenge, and you were saying that your social life and a lot of things have changed, and it became like an obsession, obviously.
Yeah.
And what I've been learning, because I've been doing a lot of reading on successful people, I want to say, they actually made it an obsession out of what they wanted.
Yeah.
Whether it's Benjamin Franklin or Einstein or whoever the case may be.
Yeah.
They actually they actually pursued something, and then something manifested greater than what they ever thought.
Yeah.
So you're onto something, man. So keep at
Thanks,
it, bro.
man. Oh, thank you so much, man.
And I'm pretty sure whoever you lost as a friend will definitely come back around.
Yeah.
So don't even worry
If they
about
don't,
that, man.
fuck them.
You see it? Fuck 'em. I like that. All right. Memorable. So according to you, which was the least comfortable experience?
Least comfortable?
Other than getting socked in the face by Irish.
Yeah.
More, you can elaborate on something maybe like.
I mean, I had an anxiety attack a few weeks ago, and I just didn't want to perform. It was like very uncomfortable. Like I did not want to be on stage.
Yeah.
But, like people were laughing, and I was like telling jokes. It was like it felt like I was being forced into doing comedy. By myself.
Comedy rape?
Yeah, comedy rape.
Comedy rape.
Yeah, it was very uncomfortable.
That's crazy.
Very uncomfortable.
That's out there. So, what do you feel you could have changed if there was any such thing of, any from either that or any other situation that you feel
Where I felt uncomfortable?
within? Yeah.
Just took it a little more easy and rested and meditated more or something like that to kind of get myself in the right mind state, I guess.
Okay. Is that what you do now? You kind of meditate?
Yeah, it's been helping a lot.
That's good.
Because I'm in the home stretch, and I've accumulated all of this.
Yeah. And we're here at 921 days.
921 days.
Here at Nassays in Walnut Creek. So shout out.
921 days.
Should be a rapper, sir. Biggest win. I know you did a comedy competition. That's got to be one of them, but
That
Biggest
was one of
win.
them. Booking 50 colleges at the NACA convention in Tennessee.
wow.
Was a big
Right
deal.
after the fact that you performed?
That was a big deal, yeah.
I get a little bit of that. Congratulations, man. Nice.
That, winning the Tommy T's competition.
Yeah.
Those were the big ones.
Any new revelation on your 1,000-day journey that you would care to share?
Revelation?
Yeah, like a new fact or aha moment, a cognition.
You know, like when you do something enough, when you do it every day in a row, it becomes so natural that you don't.
It's like unconscious
It's
competence.
unconscious. Like I feel like I can go up there, and I still bomb all the time, but even when I'm bad, I'm still good. And I know that because it just feels like I know that I can figure out a way to get the crowd on my side if it comes down to it. Like it's so natural to you. You know that you...
It's a reflex now.
Yeah, like in the past, I would have sets. Every comic has sets. It's like, oh, I'm not getting them. What's wrong? This is hard. But it's like, if I bomb or if I don't do well, it's because I didn't like try. I know. Like I just feel very confident. I guess I don't know what. I don't know. But basically, what I'm saying, if you do things enough times, you do it enough days in a row, you just are in this mode where you supernaturally wield whatever your talent
Well,
is.
it's good.
Yeah.
It's like it becomes a reflex.
Yes.
It's like
Yeah.
you become in the zone.
So,
I like it. It's like the Hulk. I'm always angry. He's always fun.
yeah. But I'll tell you, when I stop, I'm going to lose it the first day. Lose the first day.
All right, here we go. So that is, what is your plan once the 1,000 days are up, sir?
I'm going to go on a vacation for a week. I'm going to go on a meditative retreat in New Mexico,
Okay.
away from civilization, technology.
Do you have a place in mind already?
Yeah, my mom found one. I'm going with my mom.
Okay.
I'm going to do a vacation.
That's good.
And then
From the beginning, huh?
Yeah, and then I get back.
You help
and
you out, you might get bit by a spider.
And then I get back, and I'm going to start a massive college tour
Nice.
So-
With NACA.
with NACA.
With the 50.
The 50 colleges that I
Nice,
yeah.
man. That's good.
Yeah, it should be all right.
Yeah.
Should be all right.
When is the last day and where? Like the date, and then where do you plan on having? Oh, where is it going to be at?
The last day, I'm going to do day 1,000 in Los Angeles. I'm going to do day 1,001 in the Bay Area. And I'm going to do multiple shows each night. So I think the final show will probably be a midnight show at the San Francisco Punchline on 1,001. Where I might do like an East Bay show, a South Bay show on the same night. Like an 8, 10
wow.
midnight show, yeah.
Okay. You have a driver for that, or are you going to be driving? I know you do a lot of the driving.
I'll figure it out at the time. I don't have a plan yet. Yeah.
I'll definitely be at one of the Bay Area shows, definitely.
Okay, thanks, man.
Yeah. All right, we're at the home stretch.
Yeah.
If you can describe the perfect 1,000-day show according to you, how would it be? You kind of went into it a little bit just now. But if you
It would be a massive 5,000 seating theater, sold out, and the host is bringing me up, and the host is like, "All right, guys, here it is, day 1,000, the final show that makes the streak complete. Give it up for Sammy Obeid." And then they're waiting, and they're waiting, and then they're like, "Oh, where is he?" And then some guy comes on stage, and then he's like, "What? Sorry, we've just had word that Sammy got into some kind of accident and actually fell underground. We don't know if he's going to be able to make it, and it's almost midnight. If he doesn't make it here in a few minutes, then the streak's not going to be over." And then everybody's like, "Oh no!" And like the clock is ticking, and then all of a sudden I pop up from a sewer, then I fucking throw the sewer thing, and I come up and I'm fucking covered in like slime,
Yeah.
and like water, and like there's rats and shit. And, like I'm fucking like I've got like a gun and shit. There's like terrorists or something like that. And then like some guy tries to run to take the mic from me, and I grab the mic and I'm like, "Fuck yeah!"
The countdown is like...
Yeah. He's like, "We did it, yo, we did it!" And everybody's like, "Yeah,
So you're telling me?
Yes, you're telling me!" And I was like, "Thank you, good night."
Nice, man.
I'm going to Mexico.
All right, for the last one, man, what word that can describe the 1,000-day comedy journey. One word that describes it.
One way to describe the 1,000-day comedy journey?
One word. In one word. Or one phrase. You can choose now. Kind of open that up for you.
One phrase. Oh, man.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I like it.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
So now that you got everybody's attention, Sammy, is there anything that you would like to share or anything you want to plug or...
Anybody to support the movement, follow the blog, follow me on Twitter, at Sammy Obeid, SammyObeid. Check out the blog, follow me on Facebook and Instagram and all that, and just come out to the final show if you can make it. I'll let you know where it is, but 1001 will be September 21st, 2013. So please come out, please support.
I'll definitely be there, man.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Thank you. And I'll definitely keep you guys updated, man. And I'm doing a lot of his posts at his little blogs. I'll put them on my Facebook as well. You can find them on my Facebook. I'll have them all tagged on there so you guys can follow them. You guys have been great. Thank you, guys. Stay tuned for more podcasts coming from me. It's my very first one. See how it is. Give me some likes or don't give me some likes. It's all good to me. Guys, take care. Peace.
Yeah.